Hello and welcome to the channel. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, the European Union and the National Peace Committee (NPC) have all spoken against Saturday's election and the many irregularities that has been associated with the polls. Nigerians have over the past 2 days flayed the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and its chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu for failing to keep to its promise of running a free, fair and credible elections. Results are still being counted as only 14 states of the 36, including FCT Abuja, have so far been counted. But despite how the final result would look like, the 2023 elections, which had promised so much hope, will be looked upon as a failure. Subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you. Presidential NAS polls fraught with irregularities, Obasanjo, EU, National Peace Committee says. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, the European Union and the National Peace Committee yesterday flayed the lack of transparency that trailed last Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections. While President Obasanjo appealed to the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to consider the complaints raised over the non-upload of election results by the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System (BVAS) and reschedule the election in the affected areas, the European Union said the election lacked transparency, reduced trust, and challenged the right to vote of the electorate. Similarly, the National Peace Committee (NPC) also yesterday expressed concerns over events trailing collation of results of the elections, especially protests over alleged manipulation of the results across the country. Obasanjo, in an open letter dated February 27, 2023, which he personally signed, also urged President Muhammadu Buhari not to fold his arms and watch as his efforts to bequeath a legacy of free and fair election was being threatened by INEC officials who he claimed had collaborated with politicians to compromise the election. He warned that Nigeria might be set on fire if nothing was done urgently to address the problem, claiming that most of the results that were brought outside BVAS and SEVA were not true reflection of the will of Nigerians who had made their individual choice. The letter read, "I crave the indulgence of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, to make this statement because I have had opportunity to keep him aware of what I know is happening and the danger upcoming ahead. On many occasions in the past, I have not hesitated to point out lacuna in the action of the President and his government. But as far as the election issues are concerned, the President has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he will want to leave a legacy of free, fair, transparent and credible elections. Until last Saturday night, February 25, 2023, the good and noble plan and preparation for the election seemed to be going well. For the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), a lot of money was spent to introduce Bimodal Voter Accreditation System (BVAS) and the server for immediate transmission of results from polling units. It is no secret that INEC officials at operational level have been allegedly compromised to make what should have worked not to work and to revert to manual transmission of results, which is manipulated and the results doctored. The chairman of INEC may claim ignorance, but he cannot fold his hands and do nothing when he knows that election process has been corrupted and most of the results that are brought outside BVAS and SEVA are not true reflection of the will of Nigerians who have made their individual choice. At this stage, we do not need to wittingly or unwittingly set this country on fire with the greed, irresponsibility and unpatriotic act or those who allegedly gave money to INEC officials for perversion and those who collected the blood money. Let me appeal to the chairman of the INEC, if his hands are clean, to save Nigeria from the looming danger and disaster which is just waiting to happen. If the chairman can postpone elections 4 days to the election, he can do everything to rectify the errors of the last 2 days. No BVAS, no results to be acceptable, and no upload through server. Where BVAS and servers have been manipulated or rendered inactive, such results must be declared void and inadmissible for election declaration. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Warning that tension was already building up in some parts of the country, Obasanjo urged the INEC chairman to redeem his reputation, which was now at stake. He said, "Chairman INEC, I have thought that you would use this opportunity to mend your reputation and character for posterity. Your Excellency, President Buhari, tension is building up, and please let all elections that do not pass the credibility and transparency test be cancelled and be brought back, with areas where elections were disrupted for next Saturday, March 4, 2023, and beavers and several officials be changed." On how the problem can be addressed, Obasanjo said, "To know which stations or polling units were manipulated, let a committee of INEC staff and representatives of the four major political parties with the chairman of Nigerian Bar Association look into what must be done to have each free elections next Saturday. Mr. President, may your plan and hope for leaving a legacy of free, fair, transparent, and credible election be realized. Mr. President, please don't let anybody say to you that it does not matter or it is the problem of INEC. On no account should you be seen as part of the collusion or compromise. When the die is cast, it will be your problem and that of the nation. The chairman of INEC may sneak out of the country or go back to his ivory tower. Your Excellency, thank you for hearing me out. Compatriots Nigerians, please exercise patience until the wrong is righted. I strongly believe that nobody will toy with the future and fortune of Nigeria at this junction." On its part, the EU stated on February 25th, Nigerians went to the polls in highly anticipated presidential and National Assembly elections that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) kept on schedule despite a volatile and challenging environment. Fundamental freedoms of assembly and movement were largely respected. Yet, the full enjoyment of the latter was impeded by insufficient planning, insecurity, and the prevailing naira and fuel shortages. Abuse of incumbency by various political office holders distorted the playing field, and there were widespread allegations of vote buying. Also reacting to the elections yesterday, National Peace Committee (NPC) expressed concerns over events trailing collation of results of the elections, especially protests over alleged manipulation of the results across the country. It's noted that all citizens deserve to be rewarded by a process that ensured that their votes truly counted. To this end, the committee called on the INEC to listen to grievances associated with the exercise by launching investigation into all allegations of manipulation of the exercise. The committee, in a statement by its chairman and former head of state, General Abdusalami Abubakar, also appealed to INEC to heed the grievances being expressed to take the necessary steps to escalate investigations of all allegations of infractions and ensure that justice was done to all citizens who went out to vote. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.